Welcome to our kitchen. Today we're going to take you on a delicious journey as we bake a classic red velvet cake. This isn't just any cake. It's a cake that brings comfort, joy, and a whole lot of yumminess. So put on your apron, gather your ingredients, and let's get started. Think of it like a painter getting ready with their paints. To create this masterpiece, we'll need some basic, easily available ingredients. Here's what we need. 2½ cups of all-purpose flour for giving the cake its structure, 1½ cups of sugar for sweetness and to help in browning, a cup of buttermilk for softer texture and richer flavor, ½ a cup of unsalted butter for richness and moisture, 2 large eggs to hold everything together and help the cake rise, 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder for a hint of chocolate, 1 teaspoon of baking soda to help the cake rise, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract for flavor, 1 tablespoon of distilled white vinegar to react with baking soda and help the cake rise, and 2 tablespoons of red food coloring to give the cake its unique red color. For the icing, we'll need 16 ounces of cream cheese, cups of powdered sugar, 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. This makes a sweet, tangy frosting that's perfect with our cake. Having all our ingredients at hand, let's jump into the baking process. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While the oven is getting ready, we'll prepare our batter. Take a bowl and combine the flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and a small pinch of salt. These are our dry ingredients. In another bowl, mix the butter and sugar until they are light and fluffy. This process, called creaming, helps the cake to be fluffy. Next, add the eggs one by one into the mixture, followed by the vanilla extract and red food coloring. This gives our batter a consistent texture and the color and aroma we want. Slowly, start mixing the flour mixture and buttermilk into the butter mixture, alternating between the two. Start and end this process with flour. This method ensures a consistent batter and perfect mixture. Finally, add in the vinegar. This reacts with the cocoa powder and baking to give the cake its red color. Now pour this batter into 2 greased and floured 9-inch round cake pans and bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. Check by inserting a toothpick into the cake. If it comes out clean, it's done. The result? A beautiful, delicious red velvet cake that's a treat for the eyes and the taste buds. Let's start making the yummy cream cheese frosting for our red velvet cake. This frosting blends all the flavors of the cake into one mouth-watering treat. First, grab your cream cheese and butter from the fridge. We need these two to be cold but not frozen, as it helps in getting a smooth frosting. Confirm that you have enough of both. Next, you need your mixing bowl and an electric mixer. If you don't have a mixer, a simple whisk will work too. It'll just take a little longer. Cut your cream cheese into small parts and put them in the bowl. Add the butter next. Remember to use unsalted butter for the best taste. Now we start mixing. Beat the butter and cream cheese until they're totally mixed and the texture is smooth. This might take a couple of minutes, but the result is worth it. It's at this point when the cream cheese and butter turn into a creamy, tasty base for your frosting. When everything is well mixed and smooth, start adding the powdered sugar. Do this slowly to avoid making the frosting too sweet or gritty. Keep mixing as you add the sugar to get a smooth and even texture. Your last ingredient is vanilla extract. This gives the frosting its unique taste. Mix in the extract carefully to keep the balance of flavors and blend it completely into the frosting. By now, your frosting should be creamy and full of flavor. Let it sit while your cake finishes baking. This helps the flavors blend together and taste even better. Once your cake is cool, you can start frosting. Put some between the layers first for a creamy surprise in each slice. Then spread it on the top and lastly around the sides. Finally, it's time to be patient and careful. This is the last step in making your red velvet cake, so make sure the frosting is spread evenly and smoothly. If you see any bubbles, just smooth them out with your spatula. And there you have it, you've just made a perfect red velvet cake. Here's a quick summary. Combine the dry stuff. Next, mix butter and sugar. Then add eggs, vanilla, and food color. Now slowly add the flour mix and buttermilk into the butter mix. Finally, add vinegar and bake it. While the cake bakes, let's prepare the cream cheese frosting. Once the cake is cool, spread the frosting all over. Voila! Your yummy red velvet cake is ready. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just follow the steps and you'll have a beautiful and tasty cake that everyone will love.